Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for your favorite improvised comedy show, The Rigmarole, where we take your suggestions and then we make up a whole bunch of stuff. There's no scripts, there's only lips, and you're going to have giggles in your mouth if you pay attention. Now, here's how we do it. Throw some adjectives and nouns our way. That's going to get us the title of our episode. While we wait for your adjectives and nouns to roll in, we have the honor of having a great master of improvisation with us. The wild and beguiling Roy Jenkins is here, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Jenkins.
But that's not all we have, because we also have the self-indulgent and effulgent Marc.
So effulgent.
Wow. Thank you so much. But that's not all we have, because we also have the agile and ubiquitous Kerby Joe Grubb, ladies and gentlemen.
Agile and I'm everywhere at once. Thank you. So, right. We go forwards and backwards in time. We play lots of different characters. We use the sound of a to signify, to tell each other when we want to start something new. And yeah, watch for a minute. If you've never seen it before, you'll catch right on. Here are the suggestions. Pancakes. Read them off, y'all.
Chef. Troubled birdwatcher.
Troubled.
Audio
specialist.
Yes. Unique cat.
Horse.
Excitable. Sorry.
Bat. Tart. Jolly. Black. Fruit farmer. Over the top. Berry picker. Midnight. Glaring. Lollipopper. Filthy. Racehorse. Caretaker. Salmon jazz hats. Guitarist. Town crier. Silly. Quaint. Niched. Boy.
Niched?
Boy.
Yeah, Roy, is niched a word? Roy's a Yale graduate.
You know me. Billionaire, naughty.
Naughty. Syrup.
Picky.
Insidious.
Syrup. Detective.
Audiologist.
Zealous.
Open-minded. Yoga teacher. Zany. Oh, ubiquitous. Wow. Custodian. Pouty.
All right.
Manic.
What do we like? Anything?
Was it like lollipopper or something like that?
Lollipopper. All right, I like it. All right, let's take an adjective. Something lollipopper.
Let's see.
How about Insidious lollipopper?
Oh, there we go. I like it.
Wait, did we have Insidious? Was that
we
one?
Did.
Insidious. Okay. Yeah. That is now the name of this here episode, the Insidious Lollipopper, which wonder what that ends up being. I guess we'll all find out together. What was Roy, here's your suggestion for your prompt.
Yes. Give me a description of one of your exes.
You guys have exes, right?
I know that you guys are all with the person that you first fell in love with, but imagine that maybe there were bumps along the road to your perfect current relationship.
And please describe that bump.
Yes. I wonder how many women I'm the bump of. I that's horrible.
You know, there's certain. I aspire to be a bump of certain people. Like
narcissistic, ice queen. Oh, these are all great. Liar, ugly, lunar.
Bit of an astronaut.
Oh, con artist, narcissistic, demonic.
Oh wow.
Dumb.
Sly.
Boring bad teeth.
I like bad teeth.
Big boobs.
Subpar.
Oh, if they only knew. Unemployed. Yes.
Womanizer, lunatic. Jesus, it's fucking trauma here.
We're helping people here.
Short-tempered.
Poo-poo head.
All right, what did you like, Roy? Well, you chose one.
Let's see. I'm trying to think now. Now I can't remember. I said one of them. Like I'm trying to think. Sly was good.
Sly was good.
Liar came up several times.
Subpar was fantastic.
Subpar, yeah. Let's do Subpar. That's really funny.
Subpar, great. Okay, and for our third and final, make up the name of a dance move. English words, please. Okay, don't be going outside the English language.
Yeah,
Not for this one, you guys. Just keep it English words. But what would be a fun dance move, or what sounds like it would be a good teeth? Oh yeah, bad teeth. You liked bad teeth.
Oh, I did like bad teeth.
I love bad teeth. When I'm thinking about my exes, it's what I miss the most.
Yeah.
The blueberry. What? Rippo?
Rippo.
That's a dance move.
Or is it Rifo?
Maybe it's Rifo. They're Farkle.
The Farkle?
He changed it.
Gerrymander. Oh,
Gerrymander. Do the
change my boundaries.
Slip toe. Oh, these are good. Purple taps.
The garbage man.
The jaunt. The nigh-on.
The nigh-on. Under wonder. Oh. The alas.
The jumpy
jolt. The Omaha.
Dog soups shuffle.
All right, what do we like, y'all? Fruit salad. Scooch.
Scooch. Whatever. What are you feeling, sir?
Couple made me laugh. The jaunt was good. Oh, we missed a booty bash.
Oh, that's good.
I like the jaunt and like Rippo.
Okay, boom.
All right. Excellent. Okay, thank you so much for your great suggestions. To review,
our first suggestion, we're going to take subpar as a way to describe your ex or one of your exes. The jaunt as a dance move that you would name. And tonight's episode, named by you, of the rigmarole, is entitled...
Get up, Roy, get up.
Oh, what the fuck?
An Insidious Lollipopper.
Boom, boom, boom.
Are you still practicing your tuba?
Yeah, I was practicing my tuba, Nadine.
It's really starting to come along. It's like you were playing. It sounded like you're playing the Budweiser commercial theme, which it's fun.
Oh my god, it's so heavy, Nadine. It's so. But you know what? If you like it and you want me to come to you under your window and play the tuba for you, I will learn the tuba and I will play it for you, Nadine.
Oh God, no one's ever played tuba for me before. My hair is in curlers. I'm wearing a house coat. I look a fright, but I would love to hear some tuba music.
Okay, here we go. This is... I mean, it was your idea after all. You did write me that note, and you slipped it in my locker, and you said, "Hey, Clifton, if you're down for tuba lessons, then I would love to be sure." And so and here we are.
I think I was as good as my word.
Back at the locker. Read the note out loud, Clifton. Read the note out loud.
What? I don't want to read it out loud, Gareth.
Right,
Gareth, stop pushing me just because you're voted most fit.
Yeah, you know how I got voted most fit? because I keep these bands with me.
Oh,
Kids-
man.
I'm really torn for most fit. I mean, Gareth is certainly fit, but Jonas is not. He's no.
I
he's
was
not bad.
gonna say Jonas, and the thing is with Gareth, he's already kind of a bully. We give him most fit. That's gonna go right to the kid's head.
I don't think we can hold that against him. When you're voting for most fit, you've got to give it to the person who's most deserving. And these personality, it shouldn't be a popularity contest, Winston.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. And you know what? Thank you, Thackeray, for sticking with the most awards, because they wanted to get rid of them. When I first got here, they wanted to get rid of the most awards, but we needed you, Thackeray, to come on.
We had more most awards than any school in the Tri-City area. And in fact, they said we may have the most. And I'm very proud of that.
If they do a most awards ceremony, I'm going out to and you're going with me, Thackeray, because
or almost.
Oh, I went to the Almosties last year. It was rough.
Where did you go? I feel like I'm all alone.
Virginia, I've talked to you about the budget cuts, and the most awards cannot be as extravagant as they were last year. It's just not.
Why don't we just do a most awards then, and just be like every other school?
Yeah. You know what? When you hired my best friend Thackeray, I thought maybe you were open to new ideas, Donald.
What? I'm open. I'm open to the new ideas, but you got to understand who's breathing down my neck.
Why don't we just hire some lollipoppers to come in, and they'll just do a little show? Instead of having a big band like we normally have, we'll just have a couple of Insidious lollipoppers who'll just sort of circulate them in the audience and see if that satisfies them, because they're cheap, and I know that's the main consideration, Donald.
Isn't it, Donald? A couple of lollipoppers? Is that what kind of school we are, Donald?
What you two don't understand is if I don't make this budget, I lose my job. I lose my job, I lose my family. I lose my family, I lose my life.
Donald, you didn't come across with the money for the award ceremony.
I tried as hard as I could, Edward.
Yeah. I heard you're still doing the most award ceremony, even though I told you can't fucking afford it, but you're doing it anyway.
They were insistent, Edward. They piled on me like a pile of dogs might on another dog.
They describe that again.
They piled on me as layers may, as dogs would on top of another dog, multiple.
So compelling that I tempted to let you off the hook. I was sent here to break your legs.
Please don't.
And I don't care if we're winning by 2 touchdowns. When we go back out there, I want you to pile on the way a bunch of dogs might do if they were piling on top of each other. Okay? We're here to win. We're here to dominate, as a bunch of dogs might do if they were all on top of one another. You got it?
Well, I'm torn for our football coach. We have Jack Johansson, who's assistant coach for 4 years. He's sort of delivering, he's sort of in line. But we had another fellow who just got out of a mental institution, and he just has a sort of a feral intensity that I'm drawn to, and I think he might be a real winner.
Now, due to budget cuts.
Can you hold the phone for me? I have an interview to be the coach of a local high school team. Can you just hold the phone for me, please?
Okay, no biting this time.
I promise.
I'm sick of getting bit here, okay, but good luck on the interview.
Is this Mad Dog Davis on the phone?
Hi, it's Mad Dog Davis. Golden Ring winner, 87, 88.
So, Mad Dog, how much more time are you supposed to be in the mental institution?
Well, you know what? If I have a job, they'll let me out. So that's kind of why this is a simpatico kind of situation.
Okay. We have a very qualified. Say again.
Huh?
We have a very qualified competitor. And so it's sort of down to you and Jack Johansson, who he's been the assistant coach for a number of years, but there's something about you that is truly just bonkers that we're getting kind of a kick out of.
Well, I'm quite a lone wolf. The way a bunch of dogs might be when one of them's the leader.
Let me get back to you.
Okay, I think that went well, Gary. I think that went really great.
He's gone.
Hello, it's Gary's Lollipoppers. We specialize in school dances. If you need someone to come by and choreograph a high school dance for you.
Are you Insidious?
You know, we have been working on our insidiousness. One of the ways we do that is that we send the Lollipoppers around the school ahead of time, talk to kids in the hallway, and just get them, hey, you heard about the Lollipoppers?
That sounds charming.
Yeah. Well, what would you suggest if you were suggesting how we could be more insidious? What would you suggest?
I would, maybe a pinch of evil, and something sort of corrupting, something. I don't know. I'm spitballing here, but I want it to be memorable, I guess is all I'm saying.
Sure. I understand that. And hey, look, people shit on Lollipoppers, okay? Here, Jefferson High School, they thought they were better than Lollipoppers, and at the last minute they had to call us in to choreograph their dance for their Best Dressed Award. So, we do approve of service here, and a pinch of evil, a dash of
Can you do nefarious?
I think that's where I was headed.
Boss, I understand you want us to be a pinch of evil and a little bit nefarious, but I'll be honest with you. I got into the Poppers because I like dancing. I like lollying. And now all of a sudden I need to be insidious. It's too much, huh? I got to get out of the Poppers, boss. I'm sorry.
Whoa. No. Jeffrey, come back in here, Jeffrey. Come back in.
Jeffrey, come in. This concerns you as well.
It concerns you as well, Jeff.
What are we talking?
We're talking, look, people want this. People want their high school dances to be memorable, okay? Lollipoppers been choreographing dances for a long time.
All my kid wants to do is the jaunt. He's like, Daddy, I don't care. I don't care if you're playing jazz. I don't care if you're playing ragtime. I don't care if you're playing fucking Swan Lake.
Daddy, I don't care if you're playing jazz. I don't care if you're playing ragtime. I don't care if you're playing fucking Swan Lake. I want to do the chant. Daddy, the chant.
Chet. When I tell this story later, I want to make sure I get the order of the dances that you don't mind dancing to correct. You don't mind dancing to jazz?
No.
Rag? A Swan Lake.
Well,
that is what you said.
Okay, but I'm just saying that was more off the tip of my tongue, Dad. I want to do the chant.
What is it with you and the jaunt? You stop studying?
Maybe I'll go to the dance with you. Maybe I will. What dance moves do you know?
No, come back, Chuck.
No,
we're package deal.
I don't.
I want both of you to say what dance moves do you know?
I don't know the jaunt. I'm sorry.
I only know the Rippo.
And the Rippo is a great dance.
I think so, but it hasn't caught on to mainstream quite yet.
Don't forget, this weekend is the big dance here at Jefferson High School. Don't forget to have a conversation about what dance moves.
Read this to them as well.
This just in. Mrs. Hazelton, the lunch lady, has a bacterial infection that has infected her fingernails, and she thinks she has exposed some of the students to it through the scooping up of pizza. If you had pizza at lunchtime, you should report to the nurse's office immediately, and also try to stick your finger down your throat to get the pizza out. Is this real? Oh, God, I have
Give it to you, real.
John, I hear you're in the bathroom.
He's been in there for 20 minutes. He's kind of crying and kind of vomiting.
Of course, I can tell that, Taylor. I'm a school nurse. I've got a very tuned ear to crying and vomiting. Okay.
What?
Yes. He's still crying and vomiting.
He did that earlier too, where he kind of lures you in, and then you say what, and then he vomits and cries.
You know what that is? You know what that's called? That's called attention seeking, John.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I don't condone it as a school nurse. It's the last thing I condone. You know, a lot of children are here for the attention.
Jack, you've been a great coach, assistant coach all these years, and it doesn't seem fair, but we're going with the loon. We're going with the guys who's like literally bathes at the moon. I'm sorry. It just, we looked at your record, and to us, it's subpar.
No. Look, I need this coaching job. Okay,
I know.
This is all I got in the world. This is Linda. She left me last week. I
know she said she'd come back if you got the coaching job too.
Yeah, she said if you're not she said it.
Wait, what did she say?
She said you got a harmonica in your throat. I said I did it for you. I did it for you, baby.
Sweetheart, I don't understand why you think a harmonica in your throat will lure me back to you. What am I, some sort of hobo musician? Some sort of train rider without a ticket?
You said at our wedding that the one thing you did not enjoy was my voice. So I looked into it, and the one thing I could do is put a harmonica in my throat.
At the wedding.
I just want to sing. I hope you enjoy this music. I was riding on a train. This is some of the best hobo music you're going to hear. And a guy hit me in the head. He threw me off that train. He said, you never paid for this ticket, son. And I got off of that train. And I got beaten by a Pinkerton till I bled almost to death. And I wrote this song. Because I'm just a hobo musician. And I go from town to town and I sing my song.
Thank you so much for playing our wedding.
Yeah. I took a train here.
Man, for the wedding, I'm thinking, let's do something different as far as what the mood is concerned.
As far as the milk is concerned?
The music, babe, the music.
As long as we're leaving the milk the same, that's fine.
Okay, no, for sure we're going to have a table of buttermilk and then regular milk and goat's milk, just like your family likes that.
Perfect.
I'm headed to St. Joe. There's a wedding there, and they want a hobo musician. And that's what I do.
Well, we're heading to St. John. There's supposed to be a bridge there that's quite a sight to see.
I've been to St. John. I was there one time riding the rails back in '84. I remember it well because Reagan had just been voted in, and I was just learning to play banjo / harmonica. I play an instrument that's a combination. It's called the hobet, and it's a.
You play the hobet?
I play the hobet. It's harmonica and banjo together, and it's recommended by hobos. What's happening in St. John?
Well, what's happening in St. John? Well, I'll tell you, there's not a lot of hobet players. Well, there are, and you might be surprised to know, still quite a lot of Reagan voters.
John Ripoll,
the traveling hobo musician. John, I heard that you were singing about our night together in one of your songs. And I thought, wow, I've heard his songs. They're so detailed. And he sings just almost stream of consciousness about everything that happened. I wonder how I'm being presented in his hobo traveling song.
Well, I could sing you a little bit of it. It goes something like this. 213 Elm Street, second floor flat.
That's
There's
my
a man who'll suck your dick right off
real.
and wear a funny hat.
So,
His
John,
name is... What?
that was personal.
Yeah, I was just wondering, you could point out 213 Elm Street.
It's my place. I just
Wow.
look. You heard the song, obviously.
My name's Kevin Taylor's, and yes, I have heard.
No, Kevin Taylor. Okay,
It's Taylor. It's a multiple.
You know what, Kevin? You look like you have a great big dick, and I'm sure that it's amazing. But I can't have any more people who've overheard a song come to my house.
I have a great big dick, but it is not amazing. It's there's a lot of pressure. You pull your pants down, and then whoa, look at the size of that. And then it's like, what does it do? And I'm like, it pees. And then, once in a while it'll ejaculate. But I mean, it's kind of standard issue. It doesn't, I don't know. I just feel like I know some guys, hey, who let him in here? This is supposed to be a one-on-one session. What the fuck?
I'm the janitor. I like to make sure the floors are clean.
Willie, I told you, you can't come sweeping while I'm in session.
In fairness, your office is in the hallway.
Willie came into my office again during the session.
Could be.
I have this really great client who's got a great big dick, and
Tell me more about it. Is it really pretty spectacular?
No, it's he's really he's having a hard time because you would think it's amazing. It's all.
What does it do? What does it do? You tell me it's not amazing. It sounds pretty amazing.
No. That's why it should be. So it's always let down expectations.
You wanted to see me, boss?
Willie, here at Great Big Dick Institute for Psychology, we hired you because of your workmanship and your work tools. Now, we can't have you walking in on sessions. Willie, if you want to talk to me about anything, you can.
When I first saw Dr. Friedrichs, I was a little put off because there was a janitor who came into all of our sessions. And then I realized in all the psychotherapy I'd ever gotten, so often the floors were dusty and it was distracting to me. And this is the first therapist who really had a clean, nice floor. And Willie had a certain down-home charm and just horse sense that after a while I started to rely more on Willie than the doctor. I know it sounds crazy. He was illiterate. He was rude. He would, he'd fart, make noises with his armpits, but God damn it, he would get to the heart of what was going on. I had a dick problem because I had a huge dick that just didn't do much. And Willie just, he got me, it was, yeah. Oh, hey, Willie.
So you're a big dick useless, huh?
Nah, that's one way of putting it. Boy, cut to the chase, Willie, as usual.
Well, I don't think you're going to be getting much better here. And it's certainly not your looks that are going to help you out. But maybe,
Thanks for the honesty.
Maybe you can find solace in the fact that at least your surroundings are clean.
Hey, Willie, I want to get you a new broom. Yeah.
Why?
You've really helped me. And I see you using that, 30-year-old broom. And I was like, Willie deserves better. He's a good broom meister. And I'm going to do it for you, man.
All I've ever wanted was a sweep and go.
I'm sorry to tell you that Willie Druthers died last night.
Oh,
Yes, he apparently. Well, it's one of these situations where the broom came out of his hand. It hadn't left his hand in quite some years, and as soon as it did, he immediately died.
oh my God. You're not gonna, I had just gotten him a sweep and go. Like, he had said he really wanted a sweep and go. And so I got him one at tremendous expense.
Well, sometimes we don't know what's going to kill us, do we? And so is that
I
sweep?
feel responsible.
Is that sweep and go? Is that kind of up for grabs now? Those are nice.
What is wrong with you?
Well, look, I'm just the guy.
A man is dead.
I work at the coroner's office. Okay, this is an hourly occurrence for me, sir. And thank you for meeting via video chat. It's good to see someone's face.
43-year-old janitorial expert Willie is dead. In other news, the Children's Softball League is back
I
on.
do not like this anchor man. He won't look at the camera. He is so untrustworthy.
I don't know if he's delivering the news or some kind of bad diagnosis. It's like, why don't you loom a little closer to the camera, weirdo?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I didn't see all of your nostril.
It looks like traffic is bad on the I-15, but what's worse is the housing market. How does this affect you? Just wait. Recently, a child was abducted by a train.
Oh my God. The anchor man was in my dream again.
Oh no, Seth, no, again, not again. This is becoming every night now.
I'm not getting any sleep, and I was up for a promotion at work, but they said, no, you're so sleepy and inattentive at work. But I'm not getting enough sleep at night because I'm haunted by that fucking anchor person.
You need to we need to stop watching the news before we go to bed.
Did you see when he talked about the traffic on the I-15 last night? It was all over the place, and then like boom.
Haunting. It's a haunting way to deliver the news. I don't know why they allow it.
You're sleepy, and I've kept you up. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
I took a Xanax, so I won't remember any of this.
Does it work that way?
It works that, yeah. Actually, you and me, last 15 years, no memory.
Well, thank you for coming to my office of being a doctor. I read that you're experiencing some anxiety. What I would recommend, without hearing your symptoms or assessing, would be Xanax.
What would happen if I told you what, like, my whole story? Would that
Could change things.
But then I might not get the Xanax.
Is that a risk you're willing to take?
We just want to go ahead and put together a little novelette of your history so the doctor can read it before you come in for your appointment. So
I'm gonna need a pipe and a fluffy sweater if I'm gonna tell my story.
We hear that one a lot, don't we, Janet?
I'm curious why
I've heard
that's
that
funny to
one
you.
before, and it
Right.
never gets old.
Why is it funny? I don't.
Because it's a jacket and a pipe. We hear that one a lot.
What kind of a character has both a pipe and a jacket simultaneously?
Honey, I went to see a psychiatrist today, and I feel like I've had problems, but I'm funny. I don't understand why, but when I just make random observations, I get laughs.
You're like Journey Steinfeld, or
Right, exactly, Journey Steinfeld. And so I think what I want to do is just go on the road and just talk about like physical maladies and fears on stage
Okay.
and see if I can make a living at it.
I could imagine that you do well.
Music Box Theater in Chicago, please welcome the Journey Stifle of the Heartland, Jerry Wilkins.
So I had this weird like thing on my foot, and I don't know if is it a bunion or is
Jerry, first rule of comedy is get your neck nice and loose before you go on stage. Okay? You ever see Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip? His neck was like this. Do you ever see Jerry Seinfeld live from Omaha?
Is that Robin Blablasaka?
That's Rob Blobblesaka. That's right. Me, Rob Blobblesaka. Now
I'm sharing a bill with Rob Blobblesaka.
you're middling for Rob Blobblesaka. Look at him warming up his neck. Okay?
Oh my God, he's like a fucking egret. That thing is loose as can be.
That's right. And when he gets out there, let's just see what he uses it for. Omaha Convention Center, welcome your headliner, Bob Blobblesaka.
Oh, loose neck. Awesome.
Is this thing on? Hey, Omaha. What's the difference between Omaha and Texas Hold'em?
What?
About 2 cards.
I am reading this book. It's called "Is This Thing On?" The Rob Blobblesaka story. And he was always Mr. Looseneck, but it turns out he had tremendous personal problems. His wife accused him of being subpar.
No.
Yes.
No, not
Yeah.
Rob Blobblesaka.
I know. You see him, he just seems like the picture of confidence and competence, but that's not how he saw himself.
I saw him live at the Music Box in Chicago, and he was at least par. He may have been one above par.
Sweetheart, I'm not having a show this weekend.
Rob.
Please, if you get a chance, help me make this mac and cheese.
You can't even look at me. You know what? You go out on the road and you do your neck jokes and you loosen up your neck. And when you come home, you've got no neck energy or neck muscles to even look at your fiancé.
I leave it all on stage, Winthia. I'm sorry, it's not what I would have chosen.
I thought being fiancé betrothed to Rob Blobblesaka would have been Oh, look who's here.
Hey, Blobblesaka, the rent's due. And don't think you can charm me out of it with some funny neck shit. I want money.
Are you sure?
It sounds like they're crying and they're crying and arguing. Go over there right now. Go get the rent right now when they're vulnerable.
Oh, okay. The problem is Blobblesaka fucking makes me laugh, and then I end up just letting him off the hook. He's so
don't. You know what? Just look at the ground. Don't look at his neck. I know how susceptible you are to that slinky of a neck he's got.
How susceptible I am, how susceptible the whole damn country is.
I know. I was watching his special last night, but he's gonna pay the rent.
Oh, are you sure there's not anything we can do about the rent?
Other than pay it?
Maybe a little exchange for entertainment?
Forget it. Keep it. Here, let me give you here. Take some more. You can probably use it more than I can, funny guy.
I appreciate that, Dan. And so does my wife. She's impressed by me.
At 23, Rob had already scorched the country with his neck gyrations and his stylings of comedy.
Really smile. Really smile. It's a tragic story, but keep really smiling as you're telling the story. I'm in
Gotcha.
your ear, so just keep going.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool. Let me just take it again.
Yeah.
At 23, Rob had scorched the country with his comedy stylings from East to West Coast.
Yeah.
His patrons at comedy clubs began to throw money on stage with him.
I'm enjoying this.
Rather than having a can we cut?
Hey,
What?
Alfred, when he says he's in your ear, we can't hear him. Audience can't hear him, so you just gotta roll.
I know, but he's like making kind of guttural noises. I'm sorry, I don't know where you are, Mr. Director, man.
Let's take it from the top.
Jesus Christ.
Ted is the producer. Okay, so Ted funded this whole thing.
Okay.
He's funding me and he's funding you, right?
Okay.
So
Sorry, my
You're
fault.
expendable, so just keep that in mind.
I don't know what he's saying to you, but he's right.
Besides being sexy, you're very replaceable.
Okay, like, can you just take it again?
Yeah.
We can take it again. I'll back out. Action.
By 23, Rob had gotten scorched from sea to shining.
Yeah.
I can't do it now.
I'm gonna have to make a note on his file.
I mean, I was just trying to give him direction, and he's losing his shit. I mean, that's what a producer does. Sorry, I was doing my job.
No, I mean, obviously, you don't need to be sorry. It's disgusting, the entitlement that this new era of talent
these millennials, they are yes sir. I mean, they're just ridiculously entitled. I can't stand it.
a lot of using of sir.
Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir.
Knock it off.
Oh, sir.
You get those fingernails off your chin.
Oh yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
This is going to end up as a note on your file.
Sir.
Stop it.
I killed a millennial tonight. He was doing this, like they always do. And he was, yes, sir. He kept saying, yes, sir. You know how they do that, those millennials.
Yes, sir. I mean, I do know that.
Okay. Watch it.
Sorry, I'm just new to the force here.
How new? How old are you?
On with your...
Are you?
You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that.
You a millennial?
No, sir. That's not. That's not. That's NA. That's NA on that one, sir.
All right. So anyway,
and then what happened after you killed the millennial? And you wiped your hands on the grass.
So I took his hands and I put them under his chin like this. Mm-hmm. And I put a dialogue balloon in paper next to his mouth that said, yes, sir. No. And I wanted it to serve as a warning to other millennials that if you pull that yes, sir shit with me, you'll wind up like this guy, All
right. Now you have the right to remain silent.
What?
Is that blood on the grass?
You guys, I saw that dead millennial kid in the yard, and I don't know if you guys know that he had a dialogue box next to his head that said "Yes, sir," and it's.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's kind of it's made me think twice. I'm actually thinking about putting my hands down.
Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, sir.
Sorry.
No, welcome back, sir. Welcome to the. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
I don't think I deserve that.
No. I'm just
having a bit of a rough one.
I saw that dead millennial kid, and I saw that the guy killed him. He put a dialogue box next to his head that said "Yes, sir," and it just made me think.
I heard it was the guy with the lawnmower that killed him.
The guy who found the blood.
The guy who found the body. Yeah, he didn't find the body. He killed the body.
Your Honor, the defendant killed the body of the millennial. The body was unkilled prior to the killing of the body.
What a fantastic case you're presenting.
Thank you, Your Honor. Once the killing of the
Stop
body...
smoking! Defendant, stop smoking. Anyway, go ahead, yes.
This is the type of behavior, Your Honor, that we have come to expect from the defendant and from the counsel.
He's vaping. I'm not that. I may not look sly, but I know sly behavior when I see it.
I know, you guys, we're supposed to all come up together with this verdict, but something about that defendant when he started vaping, I just was like, whoa, he's so sly and so cool. Like he couldn't have done it.
Cool.
I'm totally with you.
He's the kind of guy doesn't give a fuck.
I know, and I just want to be that. I want to be that. And then I'm like, oh, should we put a person like that away forever?
That's totally acquit him.
He's way too chill for prison. I mean, like, imagine if someone that chill ended up in a cell, like, right?
I'm with these guys. Before I was like guilty, but now since these guys said it, I'm like, yeah, for sure. These guys.
I'm gonna go take a shit. I'll be right back.
All right, we'll catch you soon, Kev.
I liked him because when they said, what do you want to say in your defense? He said, like, what do you want to say in my defense? It's like, yeah, right, exactly.
You hired him.
What do you want to see in your defense?
What do you want to say in my defense?
I rest my case, Your Honor!
Vape drop.
We're here on the streets of the courthouse, the steps near the street and near the sidewalk, where the defendant has just emerged from the courtroom. Everyone's trying to get a look at the defendant.
Totally interview him.
Bombshell testimony when he said, "What do you want to say in my defense?" The courtroom erupted. Sir, what do you have to say to the people of America?
Frick the system? Because we gonna get him.
Frick the system, because we gonna get him. Frick the system, because we gonna get him.
Here at Jewel, we say frick the system because we're gonna get him. Get it, Jewel. You'll enjoy it. And people that are older than you who will initially resist your youthful charm will come around.
Hey, damn, I haven't been to the mall in a lot of years, especially around Christmas time. So the whole Santa Claus thing's kind of blowing my mind. But if I could just make one request.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have recently been seeing some pretty positive advertisements for Jewel. They really align with my ethos as a consumer. And I don't really think of myself as a consumer so much as I think of myself as an end product user. So Santa would like a Jewel for Christmas because my parents won't get it for me. This is, I guess, where you weigh in.
I'm torn. On the one hand, jewels are cool. Everybody knows that.
Super cool. Frick system cool.
On the other hand, when parents get their children jewels, they are often ostracized by the community.
The children or the parent?
The parent, because there's a perception that the parent is doing something that's not good for the child. I know it makes you cool, and that's the top priority. Okay, I'm gonna get you a jewel. I shouldn't do it. Oh my god, I feel like such a jerk.
What? You're not a jerk. You're obviously cool. What?
I actually took the liberty.
Oh my god.
Yes. And this one you can drop.
It's a droppy? What?
I don't know if you guys heard or not, but my dance move, the jaunt, was voted #1 dance move at the Choreography Awards this year. So I'm going to be leaving here to go on the road.
No.
Of course we heard. You are up against us. We were doing French dancing, the most high quality dance of the world, of course. You understand?
I do. I actually think that French quality dancing is not the highest quality in the world.
Wait, are we doing French dancing? What's going on? Sorry, I'm late.
Okay.
The world champion, the world champion as voted by a panel of experts is here telling us why he's moving on.
Stop putting quotes around. Stop, Jean-Jacques.
It's not like you won a choreography. If you had won that, I would say, okay, maybe you are the best, but you have to win a choreography to really say that you're the best.
He did win a choreography.
What?
You know, I knew I should have got involved with French people. It's like, no matter what happens, you can't get any recognition, okay?
I hope you don't want any more baguette or croissant because you're getting none.
No. I need croissant every morning. No. Don't take that away from me.
But he did not get any more croissant.
Then his looks started to fail him. He got more haggard, started to look sort of stupider. And
eventually his one-eye blink came back. It wasn't a wink, but a one-eye blink.
One-eye blink. He tended to be a facial groomer, a constant facial self-groomer. And his dance career did not blossom the way he expected it to.
I used to be pretty.
You're certain you're the same gentleman who won the choreography? Because the picture you emailed us looks a little different than you're appearing here on audition day.
So I have no eyes.
Mommy,
I was beautiful.
Mommy, that man's scary. He looks terrible and scary.
Keep your eyes.
I don't
Keep your
like
eyes down. Keep your eyes down,
I thought he's
Bethany, keep
Hello,
your eyes.
girl.
Bethany,
Would you like a lollipop? Would you like a lollipop?
Stay away from my
Would you like a lollipop?
I always
Would you like a lollipop?
Stay away from my daughter.
Jerome Willsby, former dance hero and winner of the Choreography Award for Best Dance Move, the John, 1996, has been seen roaming the streets of New York City, giving lollipops to children and scaring them. This lollipopper is insidious and can be dangerous. If you encounter this lollipopper, please call the authorities and have them come right to the scene.
Here's how it works. Glenn, who reads the news like a poetry, he's brilliant. But then we have the other half of the screen. We show how the audience should react by having an audience react appropriately. So when he's reading sort of, watch it kind of stories, they'll have somebody going like, when he's reading like lighthearted stuff, we'll have them. That helps an audience.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I guess as the graphics department head, it's kind of falls on me. So I'll find those people.
Do it, please.
Oh, okay.
The 7 o'clock evening news with Glenn Howerton and Reba Kelsby.
Good evening and welcome to the 7 o'clock evening news. I'm Glenn Howerton.
I'm Reba Kelsby.
Tonight, a heat wave shocks the nation as people everywhere are hot and sweaty.
And surprised by it.
Residents of Phoenix, Arizona experienced a heat wave of 105 and
all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA.
Did I see you do jerk off on the news last night, bro?
I thought they were talking about the story of Phoenix.
they were reading a story about the heat wave in Phoenix, and I was thinking, oh, like right, that one where everybody was jerking off, but then I realized, oh yeah, that's not really that story.
Oh, I thought you did that like as an ode to us and like.
Yeah,
our
I love
friendship.
odes. I love a good ode, and you guys do masturbate a lot.
I thought that was an ode to the masturbation club. Is that not?
You know,
I thought that wasn't an ode.
Welcome back, Hardies. Masturbation Club is in session.
Yes. Put your hands up in the air so we know you're concentrating.
As always, it's a palms up policy as we discuss the important. Hey, Dan!
Dan! Chronic baiter.
look,
Anyways, back to Keynesian economics.
hey, this club does less masturbating than any group of people I know.
Well,
We're called the Masturbators Club, and we don't masturbate.
Well, even more than your hamburger of the week club?
yeah. Also, Dan, what you do on your off time is up to you.
Welcome to meeting 43 of the Hamburger of a Week Club. Now, it's come to my attention that not everyone has two hands or two free hands. Some of us,
What are you doing with your hand? I mean, I know the one hand you're eating a hamburger.
I'm eating a hamburger with my hand.
No. I know that. I see that hand.
This
The
hand
hand under the
is a
desk.
hamburger.
Welcome to Astrology Club. We will be looking through the telescope today in order to see.
Wait. What are you doing with your hand?
It's dark in the planetarium. I started lollipopping when I was 10. And then it just was all downhill from there. It's like
Chester, stop judging yourself.
no, I met a dance choreographer. He gave me a lollipop on the street, and then my life was just like shit from there on in, man.
Many years earlier. Hey, little fella. Don't think of me as a stranger. Think of me as the good Samaritan of candy handing. Have a pop.
Okay, well, I'm 10, so there's that.
Well, that's perfect.
Honey, you can have a lollipop. It's not going to kill you. The nice man's giving you a lollipop.
That's right.
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude.
Okay, it's just Aunt D. Mom said that if Aunt D tells me to do something, that it's probably not something I should do the opposite.
Well, she's right. It's not something you should do the opposite. It's something you should do the positive of. You like it?
Have you ever popped a lolly before? Keep licking it. Keep licking it.
You have to keep licking it to get through the pain.
What is that taste?
It's called
Yo.
battery acid. It's a new flavor. It's super sour.
And when you get to the core, it's pure lead.
D. Westerbrook has teamed up with a local neighborhood choreographer and is serving kids.
Jack, it's a little bit more energy than we're used to. It's sort of like people when they would turn on the TV, they don't want to get blown against the back wall. Okay, so maybe take it down 10%, 20%.
I understand. Thank you. D. Westerbrook has teamed up with a local choreographer and is serving kids battery acid.
That's what to me, that's what good TV is about. They're not trying to impress me with how look how into it I am. Just, saying the words.
I agree, Dad. It's not like a flashbang bomb show or something.
I hate flashbang bomb shows. And, when I was a kid, it was sort of like everything was a flashbang bomb show. And I was like, I just want to hear what they have to say. And I don't need all the hoopla and all the
Where's the subtlety anymore?
Are you a kid? Welcome to the Fast Bang Bomb Show, where we have all the hoopla. Get off your ground and run around the living room and shoot your little guns off at your parents in the face. The Fast Bang Bomb Show.
I've just been meaning to raise a question to the network. I'm glad we could call a public meeting for the network, because I sit at home and I watch what I consider to be fanfare, what I consider to be frivolity on the television, when it could be used as a box of education. It could be used as a platform to enrich.
But what about frivolity and folderol? I think people like that stuff.
Go to the carnival if you want frivolity and folderol, Robert. Go to the carnival.
No one's ever spoken to me that way.
Well, perhaps that's why you endorse frivolity as such.
But fanfare, what about fanfare? You haven't even touched on fanfare.
I am getting to fanfare. I have to work myself up emotionally.
I'm sorry. This is your 10 minutes, so.
8.5 now, isn't it, Robert? 8.5 now.
You were going to talk about fanfare?
7.5. Anyhow, fanfare is what is rotting this country, nay, this community from the inside out. I go down the street and all I see are children clamoring.
And I promise there will be no more frivolity, no more fanfare if I'm elected to.
What about folderol?
What about what?
Folderol.
No folderol either. God damn it, Dilly! I look like an asshole out there. Okay, when you brief me on these public speaking events, you got to tell me what they're going to be yelling. I don't even know the definition of that word.
Clem, I've given you the 3 F's: fanfare, folderol, frivolity. You got to be ready for all 3.
I thought you were joking around. I thought you said Voldemort. I didn't know.
I don't joke around when it comes to electoral politics. If you're going to change the system, you need to do a little bit of homework. God damn it.
Oh, okay, give me 3 more F's and I'll do good this time.
All right. Fizz, fun, and fucking it.
And fucking it. And I promise you that the 3F system will lead us to the promised land and to the state house.
What about Fizz?
Fizz was mentioned at the top. God damn it.
90 years later. I miss when we had homes. Everyone lives in the dust now. Just the dust.
Can I interest you in a rock?
Only if you can spare it, friend. I know there's not many rocks left.
I'm at the end of my tether. My race is run. I've had this rock for 6 years. It's a good throwing rock. That's what I do for fun. I throw it and then I go and I fetch it. But I'm dying.
That sounds so wild, I can barely even imagine. Thank you.
Well, when they took all the fizz, fun, frivolity, and folderol off the TV, we didn't have much left to do, but I had a hoop and a stick and a rock, and somebody stole my hoop and my stick.
I remember I had a rubber band I would crack on my own wrist.
Oh, boy, fun.
Tried out one day and snapped.
We had a rubber band for 2 years, but they don't last. They oxidize, and then you got to replace them, but I'm not a Rockefeller, so that wasn't going to happen.
Same for me, friend.
You're not a Rockefeller either?
Not here. Well, I got a rock, though.
I'm Jerome Rockefeller. Get me some more rubber bands! I want all the rubber bands in all the world, for I am a Rockefeller.
What's that?
This led to the great rubber band shortage of 1912. Jerome Rockefeller hoarded his rubber bands in the upstairs of his apartment. He didn't leave that room day or night. He peed in bottles and talked to rats as his bed.
Tina, if for that file, just put a rubber band on it and go ahead and send it over to Terry. Oh, he's over on.
Mr. Jerome, there's no rubber bands left. Haven't you heard?
There's
Mr.
no rubber band.
Rockefeller is hoarding them all.
I find it hard to believe that there are. I know Jerome Rockefeller. I'm his namesake. So believe me, I find it hard to believe there are no rubber bands. It's 1912. I think the society has rubber bands enough.
Well, I would never want to disagree with a man, seeing as how it's 1912, me just being a woman and everything. But there's no rubber
right to
band.
vote for another 8 years.
Why don't you go talk to your good friend and get a rubber band from him, Mr. Fancy Pants Jerome?
I will not have a woman talk to me that way. It's 1912.
Lollipop, 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 lollipop.
Seats to lollipop.
Lollipop, lollipop, lollipop.
I spent $14,000 for these seats.
No, I'm sitting right next to you. I spent.
You guys, can you guys not talk during the show?
These are actually the cheapest suits I've ever.
Wow, the cheapest. Oh my God! It was a big sacrifice for me.
Well, my name's Gene.
Hi, Gene. I'm Terrence.
Hi, Terrence. You must be poor.
Very well.